Hey everybody, it's Forenza. Thank you so much for stopping by. Here's another video in the I Am Not a Makeup Artist series. So this week's video is about brushes. Brushes are so important to having a flawless look. A lot of what your makeup looks like is dependent upon the brushes. Today I'm going to talk about the 5 makeup brushes that I think are essential to any full face look. I will not be endorsing any specific brands of brushes today. I'm just going to talk with you about the type of brush that I think every girl who wants to wear a full face should have in her makeup kit. The first brush that you are going to need in your collection is a flat top kabuki brush. This brush is essential for applying foundations. It does have a flat top to it, as you can see, and the brushes are typically a little bit more compact, so it's, you know, more dense, the top is, and easier to move liquids around and powders around in your face. I use this to apply my liquid foundation, so I'll just dab you know, circles of, or dab drops of foundation in the center of my face and on my cheeks. I typically avoid my jawline. Again, Jackie Ina taught me. I will apply foundation to the middle of my face. I don't really apply much makeup to my forehead, especially if I'm wearing my my bangs or my pineapple right in my face. I typically stay away from makeup on my forehead, but I will tap makeup into the center of my face and avoid my jawline, because you are essentially working this outward as you are as you're using it. So I kind of buff it in. I do a little swiping, but buff your foundation in with this. This is super important, and I think the most important thing about these is just finding one that is dense enough that it's actually going to work your foundation in, and it's not going to leave any streaky lines. The second brush that I really think that you need, all my makeup gurus will know which brand brush this is, but this is a powder brush. It's super fluffy. All my brushes are dirty. I know, I probably should have cleaned them for this video, but whatever. It's really good for setting your whole face with a powder. You can apply blush with this, you can apply bronzer with this, and I literally don't know what I did without it. I have a few other powder brushes, but none of them compare to this one. It's big enough, so you just want a big fluffy powder brush. The next brush that is essential to a full face look, in my opinion, is a angled eyebrow brush, or just an angle brush. It doesn't necessarily have to be for eyebrows, but that's what I typically use it for. You can use it for eyeliner, you can use it for your eyebrows, but this one was actually pretty expensive from Ulta. I think I paid like $24 for this brush, but there are other angle brushes that are just as good. This one is like super thin on top. As you can see, it like comes to a point, which I think is really important. Again, it's dirty. I'm sorry, I just did my makeup for this video. But I think what's most important is making sure that the tip is actually sort of tapered, you know what I mean? So it's like thinner on the tip of the brush than it is at the base of it. The next brush that I think that you should have is a concealer brush. Again, this one is dirty. I'm sorry guys, I did not clean my brushes before this video, but you get the point. This one I actually don't think is specifically a concealer brush. I got this from a set, and I use it as a concealer brush, but it works so perfectly to get under my eyes, and also to be able to clean up my eyebrows. The last brush. This, in my opinion, is the most important brush that you need in order to get a flawless eye look. I think that anyone who is applying eyeshadow, even if you're only using one color, this is like the holy grail of eye brushes. A fluffy blending brush. fluffy on the top, not as compact and dense. There are some brushes or blending brushes that you can get that are specifically for your crease. Those are a little more dense, so it sort of allows you to get right in the crease and not go too far out. But for me, I use this brush to sort of blend out my entire look. I have a couple of these brushes so that I can use one to apply an actual color, and then I'll use a blank one to just sort of blend out you know, as much as I can, because I don't really like that, like those harsh lines. Some people like it. I don't. Like I said, I don't do too much with my eyes, so I really just want them to have a very natural, you know, look. I want it to almost look like my eyelashes are just casting a shadow on my eyelid. You know what I mean? I can't tell y'all how important this is to your eye makeup. Like, I have seen some disasters. Those little things, those little like cushiony applicators that come with eyeshadow palettes sometimes, you know, like the drugstore ones. Y'all, please stop using those. Please, pretty please stop using those, because all you're doing is smearing the color on your eye and you look crazy. You can use all of the beautiful colors that you love to use in those palettes. Just get you a blending brush, please. So those are the 5 brushes that I think are so important for women who are interested in having a full face, should have. You can pretty much, all of those brushes are pretty much multi-purpose. I definitely believe that those are the 5 that you absolutely need in your collection in order to get a flawless look. Thank you so much for joining me again, guys. I hope this was helpful. Feel free to leave me a comment below. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram at thegirlwbighair. Make sure you check me out on Facebook at thegirlw/bighair. And make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can get all the lovely notifications when I'm posting a video. Thank y'all. Love y'all. See you later.